afternoon. Today I'm up about $200. I took three trades. Two of them I was profitable in, and this one in the middle, I tried to get out around break even. Just wasn't really confident in that one and decided to get out. So the account's at $102,381.08. P&L for today. I got on micros again, and I'm not super happy with that, as I should have been trading minis. But coming into the day, looking at the daily chart, we had tapped into this daily fair value gap yesterday, and we didn't reject out of it, but we also didn't continue to displace through. But we did have a large displacement candle on Monday. So today I wasn't particularly sure what my bias was going to be, as we were inside of a bearish daily fair value gap that would be a big push down. This price is delivering from a daily fair value gap. But then price is also starting to move down, giving it could be bearish, but then too, price isn't really giving any entries. It's more looking like a retracement. So I was expecting, hey, maybe we could go to equilibrium of this range. But if price is in a hurry, a big thing you got to remember too is if price is in a hurry, it won't need to go to equilibrium, and that is what ended up happening today. Price didn't care about equilibrium because it was in a hurry, you quote unquote hurry, and it wanted to get somewhere. So looking in at the morning, I came in and I was looking on the hourly chart around 9 o'clock. And I was not really sure, like I had mentioned before, but we did have this 1 hour order block. And this was the only thing that was kind of telling me that could possibly make us bearish. Hey, we're delivering from a daily. If this 1 hour order block would happen to hold, then that would be pretty bearish. But I took mean threshold, equilibrium of the body of the order block, and I wanted to see what happened around open. So then open ended up happening, and we just end up slowly teetering our way up there. So we bounce off of that mean threshold of the 1 hour. So at this point, I'm not quite sure, because where I'm at right now is this looks like, well, this was a completed sell model. And then this was kind of starting to look like a little buy model, but I wasn't positive. I just wasn't, and I couldn't really pick a confident draw. So there was a case for upside and downside, which in that case I probably should have just sat out. But price ended up coming up. We are respecting mean threshold of the 1 hour order block and also this 1 minute bearish breaker, but mean threshold is being respected. And then we start moving down, and somewhere in here, let's take a look. Yes, I took a short in here. So let's get rid of all of this. So in here, I came into here, and we, like I said, we had tapped mean threshold of that 1 hour order block, tapping the 1 minute breaker, and got some pretty heavy displacement down. I entered in this fair value gap, I believe, and took this to the internal sell side. Oh, it's already marked out, sweet. But I wanted to take this to these equal lows down here as sell side, and then once that hit, I would have reassessed my bias. But one thing too is ES was kind of having the same formation at this time, and ES had actually swept its sell side before NQ did. So once ES swept its sell side, NQ was kind of ranging in here, and I started getting rid of contracts, because that can create an SMT. We're at a spot where an SMT could be created. There's a case for upside and a case for downside, and ES sweeping these lows means that NQ does not have to sweep these lows if it does want to continue higher, which is what ended up happening. So I got out of most of my contracts there and then was done with that trade. But sell side had not been hit there, but it had been hit on ES. So then looking forward to this next trade. This next trade, I wanted to take a long, and I believe there was a nope. What did I take this trade off of? I believe there was an order block somewhere in here, but I wanted it to go to this new, well, so see, little buy model right here, and we have displacement up above these highs with our market structure shift. So price is coming up, 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 create a fair value gap, and displace through the inversion, or we violate the inversion, and I'm entering in here, and as it starts to go down and reviolate the inversion and then violate this 1 minute for value gap, I am getting out at this point. Oh, almost hit mean threshold, but I ended up getting out of that, and I was okay with getting out of that. So this next trade was one that I was very happy about, and looking back on it, ICT took this same trade. We were just on different time frames. So when I was looking at this trade, I was looking on the 5 minute and the 15 minute. So price had displaced up. We had, well, even a more significant high, but we had a market structure shift, and we were not taking our prominent internal, higher internal liquidity, you could say. But market structure shift opened up a fair value gap that was in discount, I believe. I never checked. Let's take from this leg. Not even discount. Check from this leg. But regardless, 5 minute fair value gap that was in line with an order block down in here. Actually, you could use that, and you could have used this kind of as a makeshift breaker plus fair value gap. So I entered long in there, and ICT actually entered long right in here. He entered off of this 1 minute order block and then took it to the internal highs. A lot of relative equal highs up here, but that's how the trade panned out. Took it to the internal high. Let's get rid of magnet for a little 1 to 1.3, and then to the next high for a 1 to 1.7. But at this point, I had just gotten off. I was kind of done with the market, and we did. This ended up being the buy side, kind of terminus buy side that I was figuring we would aim up to, as we have already been displacing heavily. So this would be the next viable target, and that was hit today. And the market just kind of ended up consolidating. But overall, good day and good trades. I did come in slightly bearish biased, but then that ended up changing once I had seen what I needed to see on a higher time frame. But the big thing that I was reinforced today was higher time frames, and 15 minute to 15 minute breaker, fair value gap, boom. Yeah, higher time frames and focusing on them, because in the 1 minute, a lot happened in the 1 minute here, and you can get a trade in there like ICT did today, but jump over to the 5 minute or even jump over to the 15 minute, boom, market structure shift, fair value gap, breaker, respect it, move up. What's the next buy side liquidity pool? Right there. And that already sets you up. That's probably a 1 to 2, even if you have your stop all the way down here. But overall, good day. I really got to start forcing myself to use minis like I should being. I don't know why that freaks me out. I'm fine using minis sometimes, and then other times I kind of get freaked out by it and then start switching to micros. But like I was saying yesterday, it's a 100K account. I should be using it like it's a 100K account. It's not a 5K static account here. But otherwise, that is all I got for you guys today. Oh, look, we're gonna create a 4 minute or 4 hour for value gap, it looks like. But otherwise, that's all I got for today. Tomorrow we got 10-year bond auction. But have a good trading day tomorrow.